Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
The option look. Now the pitch. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
On the shovel. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Back to pass, it's Darnold. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll try to do it himself. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
On the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close at the line of scrimmage.
Looking for space. It's Cole. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Trying play action. He's got it on the run. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Snaps it in the shotgun. Pressure coming. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Gets them away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He locked up and held on to bring him down. No gain on the play. Third down coming up. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. On the option. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on 4th down, deep in your own end, early in the game, and they get it somehow running the football. Wow.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They go to the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets get it past the sticks. Just had to pick up a few inches on the play, and they do it on 4th down.
I mean, literally, fall forward. That's all you have to do is just give me a little bit of space where I can fall forward and you can push him forward. I like it going forward on 4th.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his 1st sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll run the option. Still on his feet at the 45. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Darnold. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Goes to the option. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Quick toss. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Baylor has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over the Royals.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch in stride inside the 15. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They want to throw it. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that went nowhere fast. And first down is a good time to run a screen, try to catch them being a little bit aggressive and maybe thinking about a little bit of run and making people attack and run downhill, but the screen pass did not fool anybody. Nice discipline by the defense.
He'll be brought. Defense is on its heels. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, South Carolina!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm thinking about shifting this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Gamecocks come to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to breathe.
He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Getting some heat. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball... As soon as he turned around.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He'll toss it. Twist his way through. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Fights off a defender. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. After run, now throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it inside the 25. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
17, South Carolina, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right. What a snag by the defense.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Running back goes in motion. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. On the option. Got enough for the 1st down. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems... He'll off one deep down the left side. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback race, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the option. Now the toss. At the 45 on his way. Afterburner's coming. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of the game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia Tech 31, South Carolina 14.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. On the option. The pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make them earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Wants to throw on second down. On target. Turns it on in midfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He stood
Racing to the right. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 16, set to kick it away.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Give to the fullback. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. They'll leave it with him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Line getting set on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
The option look. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
38. Now, fourth down.
Fourth down in inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry up. Wants to throw on third down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more. Flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. On the move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Trying to get to him. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the option. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A low-line drive and not his best work. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. Two-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Let's see what they've got on second down. These corners going to give them some space. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. On third down, going up top. He'll throw it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. On the option. He'll pitch it. On the move is a 30. Got a lot of running room. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
We'll wrap it up, and he'll try to make it look 1 point better. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a 2-point conversion there. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out